Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today's story is about a vulture named Vinny who had big dreams that eagles also have, which is to be cool, majestic birds of prey instead of stinky scavengers that get chased away from roadkill by raccoons. On his very first day out flying solo, Vinny spotted a group of red-tailed hawks having a nice little chat, and he thought, "That's me, the new guy in town. I'm going to swoop in, make some friends." And then he did. The only problem was, he had a bit of breakfast stuck to his beak, a 3-day-old skunk that was now very much a part of his permanent collection. Needless to say, the other birds didn't want to make friends with him. They screamed and flew away. So much for making friends. Maybe Vinny could try dating. So he joined a bird dating app, put his best profile picture, a picture of him soaring through the clouds, even though he actually smelled more like spoiled lasagna than fresh air. His bio read, "Foodie, enjoys roadkill, carrion enthusiast." And every single bird that matched with him ghosted him after reading it. Then there was this one time when he found a frozen possum, thought it was a fancy meal and went to impress a lady vulture with his fine dining skills. She took one look at him and asked, "Does this come with fries?" Then she left. To say Vinny was disheartened was an understatement. Now all he does is flies solo, blasting sad music in his head and avoiding mirrors, because the truth is Vinny is a vulture, and being a vulture seriously sucks. So why does being a vulture suck, you might ask? Well, here are all the reasons why. First off, your hairless head makes you look like you lost a fight with a porcupine where the porcupine won. Eagles, they got feathers on their heads. Vultures, we don't. And that means when you're born with a bald head, you spend your whole life trying to fit in with birds that judge you for looking like you lost a fight with a porcupine where the porcupine won. Then there's dinner. Every night you got to pick through the trash, buffet, the roadkill buffet, the one where raccoons line up to throw mashed potatoes at you. Birds that eat dinner don't get to deal with that. And finally, there's your public image, which is straight up worse than cockroaches. People see you, they scream, they run away. They think you're dirty, gross, disease-ridden, even though you're just doing what Mother Nature asked you to do, clean up the mess. But nobody appreciates that. Even other animals see you as a threat. Like, remember that time we told you about Vinny, the little vulture that tried to make friends on his first day out? Well, that same day, before he found the skunk that would forever ruin his reputation, he tried talking to a pigeon. That was a disaster. The pigeon lost his lunch, which was half a cheeseburger and a pair of sunglasses. But instead of saying, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you," Vinny got scared himself and flew away. Because when you're a vulture, you don't stick around after an incident like that. You just fly away. You can't stick around to clean up the mess because people will call animal control, which will come and take you away. And you know where they take you? The pound, where you spend 10 days locked up in a tiny dark cage until someone adopts you. And guess who doesn't get adopted? The answer is obvious. It's always the vulture. Being a vulture means you're judged by your looks, by your smell, by your dinner choice, by your inability to fit in anywhere. It's hard being a vulture. In fact, it's so hard being a vulture that sometimes you just want to give up. Go bald, wear a leather jacket and start a band. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.